And again, I feel like in our homes, our parents are not giving us full attention because most of the time, like let's say my mom, when she comes from work, she'll just say, what have you done? Have you washed the utensils? Have you done the work that I gave you? Then after that, she'll be like, oh, this is good. Now, let me eat and then sleep. They're not having a good time and good stories, and because they're just using their phones. Like, it's just like phones are everything. Now, we need to have my parents having time with children because like during this holiday, she's waking up very early, maybe we're sleeping. Then you will just wake up, doing your works, then continue. Then she comes back sometimes late at night or already asleep. You don't have time with her. Now, many issues with affect children, and when she doesn't know your issues, she just wants to go to her friend, and that's how. Let's say my friend has access to internet, then you post it online. Then many people know about you, and you don't know, they feel the need to take your consent. Now, I'll just recommend them. Everything you do, we have consent of the person, everything we're doing, we must have the consent, even if it's photos or posting stories or anything about any person, we should have the consent first. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that amazing story. This is how we are going to really end this session. It has been great. Your recommendations are limited, and your brilliant ideas, I'm sure, will be taken into action and see how we can push forward the agenda of ending OXIA in our continent. So for that reason, of course, I would love to have another session, a technical session where we to listen to the technical experts as to tell us and teach us and capacitate us about OXIA. So I hand over to my senior navigator, Aisha, to listen. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone, and thank you for moderating that session very, very well. And thank you all for your recommendations and your ideas, and sharing also your personal experiences, like the young man here, and also Alan. So this is much appreciated. So now we shall move straight on to Child Fund. You have 45 minutes to make your presentations, and thank you. Over to Child Fund.
Well, sincerely, I'm holding back tears. This is so moving. Just to know that and to listen to you children as you desperately express the need to spend time with your parents. And I can tell you, you're echoing the voices of millions of children across the world, isn't it? Yeah. The internet has really devastated life, Parents have been taken up by the internet, and children no longer have parents. They, if dishes are washed, you've done your homework, you've eaten your dinner. That's it. That's a role the parents feel they have to play, in the children's lives. So. Yes, I wanted, initially the guidance was that I make a PowerPoint presentation, but apparently I'm around and I'm saying like it may not be easy to make a presentation because we're projecting here. So as I prepare, my name is Eunice. I'm a colleague of Joshua and Maureen, and our senior director, Region Chege, who made some remarks in the morning. I oversee child protection and advocacy at Kenya Country Office. And we are blessed as a country office to be able to be implementing a grant funded by End Violence Against Children on online child protection. So we have over the years, over the period of time, and before that we implemented a grant that was funded by Google. And out of that we have been able to get a thing or two in terms of just sharing our experiences and in terms of environment, issues affecting children online, and we've also engaged in advocacy on the same, because through that funding we've been able to do both programming in child protection as well as in advocacy. Sorry, it's not ready for play. I want to go to the first slide. Okay, I can move with the arrows. Yeah. Okay. So maybe it's not quite visible, but I'll take this very fast because quite a number of things that I wanted to share in this presentation have already been shared by my the previous speaker in terms of engaging you on what we can do, what the recommendations on to the government and to duty bearers and to everybody really, on what children want in regard to their protection online. So, I know you're children, so you like seeing nice things, and I tried from where I sit, I may not be very good with that, but in terms of us discussing, sorry. This is just a quick overview because we've already defined what OXEA is all about. With my 45 minutes, I may not engage you a lot, but I will try and just share a few concepts that are helpful in terms of understanding what OXEA is all about. We have already said what it stands for. Online child sexual exploitation and abuse is what OXEA stands for. So when someone is saying OXEA, they're just talking about online child sexual exploitation and abuse. And OXEA, of course, refers, just like you have defined, very ably defined, to all child sexual abuse crimes. I underscore the word crimes because OXEA is a criminal offense. So it refers to all child sexual abuse crimes that are committed using information communications technology and or the internet. The sexual abuse and exploitation can happen either online or offline, but with the help of the internet. How can it happen offline with the help of the internet? Abuse happening offline with the help of the internet? Yes? Very good. They connect through the internet and they're able to, they connect through the internet and they plan to meet offline, isn't it? And how does it happen? How does it happen? Someone can give this. How it can be through calls? Give your PIN, give your address. And without your mother knowing, your mother is busy there quarreling where you have not washed the dishes, and you are organizing to meet somebody here. You just walk out and son will never be seen again, isn't it? Have you seen that on TV? Yeah, children disappearing and never being seen, and they have walked out of their own homes. So that's how it happens both online and offline. Online exploitation comes in many forms, which includes producing, accessing, possessing, consuming, or distributing child sexual abuse material. In other words, it's called CSAM, child sexual abuse material, otherwise referred as child pornography. This is a discussion that could have taken the whole day, but I'm constrained by the fact that I have 45 minutes. So God giving us time, probably in future we may need, like you so rightfully put it, this is a topic that warrants a whole week, not even an entire day, because of the risk that it is posing to children and actually to everybody today. So in a nutshell, child sexual abuse material or pornography is part of this sexual exploitation. I wanted us to have a broad discussion in terms of discussing good things about the internet. Internet is not entirely bad, right? So can we flash some good things about the internet? Quick. Good things about the internet. Cut videos. Yeah, videos, entertainment, right? Uh-huh. Gives information, very important. Yes? Excellent. It can be used to spread awareness about a certain, anything, get it in the internet, yes? It makes communication easier. Brilliant. You read books. What else? So many things. I'm passionate about agriculture. How does it help me? It helps you connect with people, isn't it? It gives documentaries about a very, a certain aspect. I get to know more about it. So internet is good, right? Can you say away with internet? He says yes. Can you say away, we will lift placards and say away with internet, we don't want internet? It depends on the people.
Those people living in the, let's say for us, who live in Nairobi, there's a difference. Those people who live in rural areas and those people who live in cities, or let's say not only cities, like there's a between a rural area and let's say a place like Limuru. For them, they just use computers and not smartphones and
So it's easier for them to say away with internet, but also yourselves who have been, are so dependent on it, isn't it? And that's why I wanted us to look at internet. Not, everybody has been looking at internet from the negative side, like internet is bad. But we all know that we need internet. Did COVID tell us that we need internet? Could you even do a thing? We couldn't even meet physically, There are so many things we could not do. And during COVID, we got to realize that internet is important. So, there's what is called a necessary evil. Sometimes something may have so many downs to it, so that you must, you forget the good about it. So internet is good. We have all agreed that internet is good. But again, we know that unchecked internet can have harm, especially on the lives of children, which is the topic that we're discussing right now. So I wanted us to engage in groups. We are not able to do that in the interest of time, but I am happy that in the previous session we were able to explore some of these things. So, if utilized well, the internet can benefit us in many ways. For example, like you have said, there's learning, job opportunities, isn't it? In fact, nowadays interviews are conducted online without even seeing the person you're talking to. You get to see jobs in the internet. You get to even be interviewed, virtually. And so, internet, job opportunities, games. What did you call that game? Roblox. You're able to, access Roblox and all that. You said information, research. When you're doing research, you'll be shocked at how much information you will get. Initially, before the internet, while doing research, researchers could read. My colleague Joshua here has just got his PhD. By the way, clap for Joshua, he got his PhD! You're not clapping, sure. Do you know how much it takes to read for a PhD? Clap for a PhD. Excellent. So we are so proud of Joshua. And Joshua had it very easy doing his PhD because he could research through the internet, as opposed to yesteryears when people could read volumes and volumes. You see their libraries are just so, the library begins there today in the house because they have to go through very many books. But now, internet is actually improving, access to information, and so research becomes easy. Apps for lifestyle. Who checks fashion apps? Who has fashion apps? Who is passionate about food? Whoa, you get all that in the internet. Clothing, beauty products, nature, music. This all the music you want in the internet. So all of us know that internet is good. And above everything, social connections. You're able to connect with people in Australia, in Greenland, in wherever, all over the world. So, I wanted us to begin with celebrating the internet before we start bashing it, isn't it? All right. So, if care is not taken, the internet can so very negatively affect us. And I wanted to, just for us to explore a few ways that the internet can affect us, and you mentioned it in the previous session. Cyberbullying. Children, teenagers harass, threaten, insult, tease, blackmail each other, or gang up against one person, and that happens through mobile phones, website, blogs, chat rooms, and all that. Does it happen? Okay, do you know of a child who has ever been bullied online? Many, right? And what happens? Do you know of a child who has committed suicide because of cyberbullying? We've heard of them, and some we know them. So cyberbullying, is it real or not? Is there someone who is free to share their experience just in a second? Okay? Yes. Just in 2 seconds.
Except like online bullying, let me use online bullying is because it's killed like a girl went upstairs, it was a floor 10 floors, then
It's okay, you talk just so that she can die. Not from the first floor, like from 10th floor until down, ground floor. Then she died.
And hundreds upon thousands of children have been affected. He wants to say something? Very good. You see? Yeah, it's good to remind each other. Yeah, good. So, cyberbullying is other people, you know? Other people, you know? But is this dangerous? Because that person, you know, gets you, you know, like you're imprisoned by the desires of that person. Once they have your needs, of course, I'm telling people, I'm preaching to people who know about this. Once you send your nudes, once it gets to the internet, can you get it back? Can you get it back? Even the person who sent it, can they get it back? It is that dangerous. So, before someone, and I like what this young man said, that we are here, we've been learning so much, we go to all these workshops and we learn a lot. What about the children back home? What about where we are coming from? It's a challenge to all of us. Even to you, Gera, so that I tell them what I've been learning. Can you do that? Can you do that? Yes, we can talk to our teachers and we can tell them, please, you gave me permission to go to that workshop. Don't you want for other children to also benefit from what I learned from the workshops? And you know, don't look upon us alone to be able to do this. Also, you have a role to play in terms of popularizing to sharing with others things about what you are learning. Online grooming, and it is very connected with sexting, and it's called solicitation of a minor. Online grooming is where someone befriends a child online and builds the trust with the intention of exploiting them and causing them harm. Online groomers start like friends, right? They start like friends, they are very sweet, and they want to address a need that you have. For example, this statement that he made that almost made me tear, that my parents don't spend time with me. If an online groomer gets hold of a child who their parents do not spend time with and expresses, you know, love and concern. So what did you eat last night? Oh, you're such a good child. So what is your challenge in school? Mathematics. So tomorrow can you send me the math problem that is disturbing you? And then he sends, and then he may not even know the answer. He takes it to somebody else. and then the math problem. What your parent could have done to you, he wants to do. What the parent cannot give you, he wants to make up for it. They are so smart because they want to identify what your problem is so that they can come as a problem solver, isn't it? So whatever problem is disturbing you, they want to say, I am the answer to your problem and you will never be sad again. But this is a groomer. It is a person who uses that mechanism to be able to befriend you, win your trust and confidence, and then they strike. And striking is like, for example, when they have really lured you, maybe they have gotten to a point of you sharing your mood. And because you think this is a good person, they have been helping me through my psychological issues, and they are getting to like me as a woman, they are getting to like me as a man, and what's wrong? Everybody needs a caring. They are forced to undertake sexual activities in webcam, through the web and through the webcam, and in those rooms, people are taking those videos as live, like streaming is happening, and it is shared all over, and it is done against the will of these children. Pop-ups, we all know about pop-ups, right?